Lots of layers, lots of choices, lots of patterns. This, what looks like simple layout, becomes quite a complex one, and I'm really happy with the final end. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and we're doing Scraplift Crafternoon, and today we're lifting this layout here from the Kel Martel. All her details will be down below in the description box, and I am using some uniquely creative papers here, and I'm using Rainbow Crush for this beautiful layout that we're doing today. So I have gone off screen and fussy cut all of the pieces that I'm going to need for this layout. Well, I think I have all of the pieces until I start putting it together. And then I have taken this sheet that is double-sided. It has that beautiful ombre rainbowy color in the pastels, and then on the other side it has that mixed media print with written text on it, and I just love the color scheme that it presents. And that is really important because the colors really do reflect the colors in my photo well, actually, I don't think there's any color in the photo. That's right, I had to dull it. I went to black and white. So I am laying this one up now, just as Nicole had on hers. And for the strip that she had down the center, I've taken the yellow flowers. I cut that from one of the papers, just straight down the middle. Now I am using my paper punch here, and I still can't master the art of the paper punch. I have had very masterful teachers. My very best friend taught me how to follow it across the guide, which was not what I was doing. I was doing a Tara thing, turning it upside down. And then I had Vicky Booton on a cruise that I did with her teach me that you start in the middle and then you work your way out to both edges, which is actually the quite surprising easiest way to do it, but I still manage sometimes to miss a punch or two. So I've used that doily heart one to reflect the doily type appeal of Nicole's layout. And then instead of paper, I am going to use some washi. I have got so much washi, I've decided that I'm going to start using it where I can. And I'm just putting down a strip of glue to make sure that it stays in place over time. And I've chosen the colors from the layout, and they are just going to add that extra bit onto the strip in the middle. And I just like how this is coming together and how the colors are very complementary, even though they're from different supplies of washi. So the last color I'm going to put in is this tealy color, and that works perfectly with the colors in the papers as well. And they do have a geometric pattern through two of them with gold foil, so it looks really very complementary for the overall layout. And the fact that it's washi and transparent, it isn't too heavy, I feel. Now Nicole has this strip over here to the side, which is a landing point for her clustering, and so I am using washi to create that same landing strip area as hers. And I do like the effect it has because you can still see the print of the text through it, and I like that. It sort of reminds me of a faux rub-on, if you like. And that's setting up that set over there. Look, I just love it. Look at the colors, they're just so pretty. Not my usual, you know that. If you've been following me long enough, you know brights are usually my go-to, but this pastel one is coming together nicely, and I do like it. My favorite stitching stamp, of course, you know I get lazy sometimes, and the stitching stamp is my best friend. I love it. And I am going to use my archival ink here, Memento, so that it will stay on the washi, and it's a permanent one and it won't rub off. And I do like that fact about that ink. So I'm just putting it down the center of there. I am going to get a strip of cardstock that is just sitting on my desk here, and I'm going to use it to mask the rest of the stamp there so that it doesn't go where I don't want it. And I've now just added a bit more to that strip there. It will disappear, a lot of it, under the photo. So I forgot that up the top here she had this other landing strip, so I'm just using a bit of washi there to establish that, and I'm going to use my stitched stamp to extend it a little and build that landing point for a little tiny cluster. Okay, now that I've done that, I can start constructing the rest of the layout. Now I have taken another piece of the paper which has the I think it's dots. Yes, they are dots. I couldn't even remember the word then. How bad is that? For my background, and I like the effect that that has. As I said, I've got a black and white photo, which is pretty unusual for me, but if I had used the full color version of it, I would have had to change the whole color scheme. So black and white sometimes is your friend in photos when you have very busy photos. That photo there is myself, my husband, my 3 daughters and 2 of their partners. We were up at Lura in spring, and we were checking out the gardens that day, and this was one of the gardens we were going through. This isn't a house, people. This is a house's garden. It was amazing, and we were on a bridge in the house's garden. I cannot believe it that it was still in a house's garden, but anyway, it was, and it was amazing. And I have so many photos from that day where there are just, like, seriously, sculptures and everything in people's gardens. It's just a beautiful place to go and check out, and the colors were magnificent. So I'm just using a Vicky Bouton frame here, which I have cut in half, and I am going to put it in under the photo just as Nicole has on hers. I've layered up some papers there and built across that layering that she has like hers, and then I'm contemplating whether I'm going to go with 1 or 2 or 3 tags, because my tag is not as big, but that's okay. I don't want it to be a dominant part of the layout, so I'm going to go with 1 single tag, and I don't mind that it's thin. Alright, I went off screen and adhered everything into place. I have foam dots underneath my photo so that it's popped up over the frame, and that's allowing me to now work my embellishments, which I'm going to add. Nicole has a tab at the top of her photo. I could have probably found a Vicky Bouton one if I went looking, but I haven't. I'm just using my punch to create my own. I'm going to tuck that in under the photo. It's the same color as my framing, so it all blends in nicely. I have this little quote here that says create memories, and I have got that because that's what life is about, creating memories and then sharing them. So I have a Vicky Bouton vellum sticker here, which is of foliage, which I really do like, and I'm just tucking it there, and that sort of follows Nicole's foliage on hers. And then I have these 49 in Market rub-ons, which are in a light grey, and they're just going to fit beautifully into this layout. I'm sure Nicole has some rub-ons on hers. I'm just going to add them into the points according to her layout. I do not use rub-ons very often, but I do like them, so I need to practice using. I haven't used them since, oh gosh, way back in the beginning, 2000s. But I do like these ones from 49 Market. They are quite effective, and the fact that they are splats and text and so forth, they really do make a big difference on your layouts. So I'm learning. I know lots of people have no problem at all getting them onto their page. I seem to still struggle. I'm not too sure what it is, but that's just life. Maybe they have been sitting too long. I have had these for a while sitting there. I don't know. I buy things and go, yeah, I'll use those, and then I don't. I'm piling up my layers here, and that's really effective on a layout. Don't think you can't do things. I often struggle and doubt myself and say, no, I can't reproduce, or I can't produce as good a quality as such and such. But it's actually just playing, so have fun, just play, and remember, it's what you like. It's not what anybody else likes. It's going in your albums after all, and your family thinks you're a legend when you create layouts. They may not always show it, but trust me, they do, and they will appreciate it in the end. So I have now done basically my base work. I have everything in place that I want. Now I'm going to start embellishing it with the flowers and the cutouts that I've taken from that printable page, and using those to establish my layout as per Nicole's. And I do love the colors. Look at that. It's just coming together so nicely, which is really, really surprising for me, given that it is a pastel. Now, as I said, there are 10 ladies if we're all playing, and you can go and check them out in the playlist down below. I can't wait. I like watching how they all interpret it, and I always walk away learning something new from each and every one of them. They are so clever, the ladies that play along in this hop every week. They have amazing skills, and the way they interpret paper and the way they interpret layouts is just you just have to watch it to see it. So please go and check out the playlist and leave them some love. They really would appreciate it. And while you're at it, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. You know, YouTube loves those thumbs ups, and it keeps pushing out my content if you do that. And if you are watching on a digital device, there's a little button called hype. Don't forget to hype me. I really do need those. So I am just realizing I need some more butterflies. I had not cut out enough, so I went back into that cut apart sheet and cut out 2 more, and I tied in a bow down the bottom there that you can see with my string. And now I'm just putting in some Nuvo drops just to finish off the little clusters and to create my visual triangle. And I've gone with the orange because I wanted to pick up that little bit more from the right hand side and to balance out the layout through the flowers. And look at that, there it is, it's come together, and I cannot believe how pretty it is. It really is not my normal style, I can honestly say that, but I do like it, I really do. I will go off screen and I will journal into that little blue heart, but otherwise this is the layout, and I just love the layers that are used on this one. So hopefully I've done something to inspire you to get creative today. Go check out that playlist like I said. Remember, everybody is different, and how they see a layout and create a layout is individual, and the same for you. I am so excited that you joined me once again for Scraplift Crafternoon. Thanks Tara for coordinating it for us. This is so much fun. If you want to play along, come to my Facebook page and show me what you've done. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the subscriptions, for those who have just joined me, and for those who always come back. You are legends and you make my channel work. So once again, Scraplift Crafternoon. Don't forget to like me, give me that big hype, and if you're not already done so, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I'm really excited that you keep coming back, and here's my next video for you. See you there.